Welcome into the second Cleveland Browns report of today, and Denzel Ward is a very rich man. He signs a huge contract extension with the Browns. We'll get you all the details, what this means for the Browns going forward, and make sure you're subscribed because when stuff like this happens, we're moving quickly to get all the information out to the dog pound. But Adam Schefter tweeting it out first. Browns are signing Pro Bowl corner Denzel Ward to a 5-year, $100.5 million contract extension. $71.25 million guaranteed. He's now the highest paid corner in NFL history. We'll go through all the corners' paychecks and what this means for the Browns and what to expect going forward, everything about that. But I'm going to just spam 21 to congratulate Denzel Ward on getting the bag. Right? The Browns keep their hometown kid from Columbus to Cleveland, and all of a sudden, he's locked up for 5 more years. He was entering the last year of his contract, and if you've watched the show before, hand up like this is an L I'm going to take here, because I was concerned after $230 million went to Deshaun Watson that the Browns wouldn't be able to find a way to pay Denzel Ward. I was wrong. I mean, let's look at the highest paid corners in the NFL. We have talked about Denzel Ward extensions for a while, and I always thought it was going to be around where Xavier Howard's getting paid, right, in that $18 million range. I never saw him topping Jalen Ramsey. In fact, he tops him just barely, right, in highest paid corner per year. It's like an average right there across 5 years. And then highest guaranteed, he also barely tops Jalen Ramsey. That's what this contract was, hey, Denzel Ward wants to be the highest paid corner in the NFL. And Andrew Berry, who, by the way, his pockets are deeper than bottomless breadsticks at Olive Garden. It is unbelievable how Andrew Berry continues to he's got like his own treasury in Berea. He's just printing out more cash. I don't know where it's all coming from, because it is a little bit like, all right, it's like a mafia kind of thing. Like, how can we pay Watson $230? How can he be the highest paid quarterback and guaranteed, and the highest paid corner and guaranteed? Myles Garrett's locked up for a little bit now, but you got Amari Cooper, who's probably, maybe a one-year thing. Hopefully not, but there is just a lot of money going around Cleveland. And shout out to Andrew Berry for making it all happen. I was dubious. I was a little bit skeptical, but I am wrong, and I am happy to be wrong on something like this, because Denzel Ward, when you are the corner for the Browns that has to go up against Jamar Chase, right, the reigning AFC champions twice a year, and you need, say a 99-yard pick six to turn things around when you're playing in Cincinnati, yeah, that will make me pretty excited. Now, what's your one-word reaction to the Ward extension? Comment it below. Let me know what you think. My one word, surprised. Like, I am wrong. I didn't say that like a trade was an absolute guarantee if you've watched the show before, but I was a little bit, weary of like how are they going to make it all happen. What if Denzel Ward wants to be paid top dollar? And by the way, an important kind of little nugget right here is Denzel Ward barely beat Jalen Ramsey. Okay, I think Andrew Berry was working up against, it was like a rat race between Ward and Jair Alexander. Alexander is that top corner for Green Bay who now probably wants to be paid a little bit more than Denzel Ward. So I am guessing Andrew Berry's like, if I let Jair Alexander get paid first, then I've got to pay Denzel Ward a little bit more than him. And I'd rather beat him to the punch, and now Jair Alexander can be the highest paid corner in 2 weeks when Green Bay has to pay him a little bit more than what Denzel Ward got. But you look at what Ward's done, right? Last 4 years, former 4th overall pick. When he's on the field, he's awesome. And it's not like he's been like injury riddled, but you would like to see, last year 15 games was a career high, and that's awesome to see him getting in the right direction, because it always sucks when you see those nagging soft tissue injuries keep up. But come on, Denzel Ward is getting top 5 money because he's a top 5 corner in the NFL. This was not a miss when they picked him 4th overall. He has been that guy for Cleveland. If the Browns, I won't say the name, but if they get the right QB pick along with Denzel Ward and then Nick Chubb, that is John Dorsey's finest work, and he probably still has a job. But unfortunately, if you get one position wrong, which happens to be the most important position wrong in all of sports, you're not going to be around here for long. But I love what Andrew Berry's doing. He's keeping the cornerstones. Last year, we saw him keep the offensive line intact for the most part, right? He extends Teller. He extends Batonio. He drafts Jedrick Wills in the first round. He gets Conklin over from Tennessee. He's building the Hogs up front. And then last year, right, you've got him extending Nick Chubb to keep him in the backfield. And then you move forward to this offseason, which we'll look at in just a moment. But speaking of what's coming up for the Browns, this is playoff win or bust mode now. Not playoffs or bust. You need to win in the playoffs. When you get Deshaun Watson to make him the highest paid guaranteed quarterback in NFL history, and you make Denzel Ward the highest paid corner in NFL history, along with casually having Myles Garrett on the books, this does not make the playoffs. And I understand the AFC is loaded this year. Like, there are only, I think, of the 16 teams in the AFC, I think 13 are legitimate playoff contenders. The only teams that aren't are the Jags, the Jets, and the Texans. Everyone else has a very good case to be one of the 7 best teams in the AFC. So it's going to be tough for the Browns, even with how much star talent's on this team. You've got the defending AFC champs in your division. You can never count Pittsburgh out because on a bad year, they still make the playoffs. And then the Ravens are going to get healthy. So it's going to be an absolute bloodbath, but it is playoff win mode. Not playoff mode. They got to win. They got to win again in the playoffs. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel because here's the deal. When we got breaking news like this happens, everyone at Chat Sports is moving around the clock to get a video out to you guys as soon as possible. Producer Sam, he put his Chipotle burrito down. So it's going to be cold when we get out there now. He hasn't even touched his burrito, he said, to get a video out to you guys. Also, make sure that you are going to be subscribed and a part of our live show on Wednesday. That's at 5 p.m. We'll have our first real Browns live report for you guys. We're going to have a segment, 2 mailbags. So make sure you're watching because I finally got the bosses to give me the airtime in the studio time to do a live show. Now I need you guys to show up so that I can show to them, you know what, this is a good value of time and investment. Let's make this a routine thing. So make sure you are here Wednesday, 4:20, make your jokes, 5 Eastern, 4 Central. Andrew Berry, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier. What has he done this offseason? Well, he started things off, and I'm trying to remember everything, franchise tagging David Njoku. All right, I like the move, right? You finally see Njoku start to get closer and closer to that first-round status. You trade for Amari Cooper. And then he was wondering, well, is he going to make another QB move or make a QB move? Yeah, sure does. Casually, Deshaun Watson. And then you got some other small pieces, right? Taven Bryan coming over from Jacksonville. Brings back Ronnie Harrison. Anthony Walker returns. Jakeem Grant for special teams and kind of a gadget player. All those free agent signings have quietly kind of gone unnoticed because you traded for Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper, and now you just made Denzel Ward the highest paid corner in the NFL. So Andrew Berry has had a loaded offseason, but think about it this way. If Njoku proves to be a star tight end, and you find a way to keep Amari Cooper for a handful of seasons to maybe kind of end his career in Cleveland with a Super Bowl ring, Deshaun Watson, the cherry on top, and now you've got Denzel Ward, a top 5 corner, locked up through 2027. So of those offseason moves, what's your favorite one? I don't know there's a wrong answer. If you want to be a little more unique, you know, you can go a different route than saying what I'm going to say, which is Deshaun Watson. You got one of the best players at the most important position in all sports. Let me know what your favorite offseason move is down below. Kind of wrapping it up here with Denzel Ward. Like we said, that 5-year, $100.5 million extension makes him the highest paid corner in NFL history. It probably won't stand for too long, because the NFL is a one-upper kind of league. And Jair Alexander, like I said, from Green Bay, is going to want to make a little bit more now. And so credit to Andrew Berry for getting it done before Alexander so that he doesn't have to one-up another person. But I like the move. I did not see this coming for him to be the highest paid corner. I thought he'd be around the $17 to $18 million range. But you know what? Sometimes the YouTuber doesn't get it right. Shocking, I know. All right, that's going to do it for us here on today's second show of today. Like I said, make sure you are with us Wednesday, 4:20. There's no cops here, so you won't get arrested. 5 Eastern, 4 Central, live show. We'll have 2 mailbags, a segment. It's going to be a ton of fun here. We're going to break it down and be a little more interactive with you guys because we'll have the live chat going. We'll be able to talk to you guys, get your questions, get your super chats on the show. It's a blast. So make sure you are with us Wednesday, 5 Eastern, 4 Central for our second, but we went live for Deshaun Watson. This will be our first live kind of segmented show here at the Cleveland Browns Report.